99% of people fail before question 40. Can you conquer the ultimate internet trivia test? Share your score after the 20th question. Let's start with geography. Which country officially has the highest number of islands in the world? Every time you browse the internet, you use it. What does HTTP stand for in a website address? Time for a classic riddle. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? Nature is weird. What unusual shape is a wombat's poop? In modern dating psychology, what does the term ghosting mean? Prepare to be shocked. Which country actually invented the controversial Hawaiian pizza? Looking into the future of work, which of these is predicted to be one of the most highly sought-after careers of the 2020s? Don't panic, but bananas are slightly radioactive. Reason? They contain high amounts of which element? Before it became a massive social media giant, what was the original name of the app Snapchat? Let's test your dad joke logic. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? The minimalist lifestyle trend where people choose to live in fully functional homes that are under 400 square feet is called? Geography check. Which is the only continent in the world to span across all 4 hemispheres? North, South, East, and West. Internet history. What was the very first item ever sold on the auction site eBay? According to Dr. Gary Chapman's famous relationship book, how many primary love languages are there? Stepping up the difficulty. In the tech world, experts are racing to achieve AGI. What does AGI stand for? You say, I'll be there in a jiffy. But a jiffy is an actual unit of time in electronics and computing. Roughly how long is it? There is exactly one country in the entire world that does not have a rectangular or square flag. Which is it? Fashion history is wild. High heels were originally designed in the 10th century for which specific group of people? Think fast. If you're running in a race and you overtake the person in second place, what place are you in now? When a human astronaut spends an extended amount of time in space, the physiological change that happens is called? The addictive honeymoon phase at the start of a relationship is scientifically driven by a massive brain spike in which 2 chemicals? Which massive tech giant famously started in a rented garage owned by Susan Wojcicki, who later became the CEO of YouTube? Animal groupings have hilarious names. A group of crows is a murder, but what is a group of flamingos called? The massive massive modern career trend known as being a digital nomad refers to someone who does what? Which famous world city's name literally translates to Eastern Capital in English? I have cities but no houses. I have mountains but no trees. I have water but no fish. What am I? Internet Culture 101. The very first video ever uploaded to YouTube in 2005 was an 18-second clip titled What? Weird history. In Victorian times, people didn't say cheese when taking a photo. Instead, they said what word to keep their mouths looking small and serious. Snubbing your partner to look at your phone is a modern relationship killer known as blank. Which legendary fashion designer is credited with inventing the iconic little black dress in the 1920s, turning it from morning wear into a chic staple? Space is mind-boggling. A single day on which planet is actually longer than its entire year? Let's test your logic again. A doctor gives you 3 pills and tells you to take one every half hour. How long will the pills last? It sounds like a joke, but it's true. Humans share roughly 50% to 60% of their DNA with which of these? Which of the world's 5 oceans is the smallest and shallowest? In cybersecurity, what term describes an ethical computer hacker who breaks into networks to find vulnerabilities before the bad guys do? Archaeologists have found pots of this food in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible. What is it? Welcome to the hard section. In the incredibly complex field of quantum computing, what is the basic unit of information called? Which animal is known to have fingerprints so indistinguishable from humans that they have actually confused crime scene investigators? In the 18th century, the word macaroni wasn't just pasta. What did it mean in British slang, as referenced in the song Yankee Doodle? Point Nemo is the most remote location on Earth, located in the Pacific Ocean. Because it is so isolated, what is it primarily used for? In psychology, the pratfall effect suggests that highly competent people become more attractive and likable to others when they do what? Solve this wordplay logic. The first 2 letters signify a male, the first 3 signify a female. The first 4 signify a great man, and the whole word signifies a great woman. What is the word? The computer mouse was invented by Douglas Engelbart in 1964. What unusual material was the very first prototype made of? The gig economy, freelance time contract work, is a huge modern trend. But which profession originally coined the slang term gig in the 1920s? In discussions about the distant future of humanity, what is a Dyson sphere?